What's going on, guys? It's Raul here with Contested Layups, bringing to you another video. Today I'm going to go ahead and let's get into some waiver wire pickups. This is going to be a little fantasy segment on a gloomy kind of Monday, on a daylight savings following Monday for you. So I'm just going to go over some guys that might be on your waiver wire that you should consider picking up if you have if you're looking for some help, if you have an extra roster spot. This is going to be for week 3, which is from November 4th to November 10th. And we're just going to get started here. The first guy that I want to point out is Rashad Holmes. Rashad Holmes is on the Sacramento Kings. He plays the power forward, center position. He's really been killing it. Dwayne Dedmon was, when Bagley went out, I was expecting Dwayne Dedmon to step up a little bit more. I kind of had a little bit more faith in Dwayne Dedmon for what they wanted to do, but Rashad Holmes came in and he really took over being the go-to guy. His stats for the past week, he's averaging about 16 points a game, about 8.5 rebounds a game, 1.5 steals a game, 1 steal a game, and 1.5 blocks a game on only 1.5 turnovers. So those are very good numbers. Bagley's out. If Rashad Holmes is on your waiver wire, you got to go grab him up right now. There's really nothing else to it. Next I'll go to Aron Baynes of the Phoenix Suns. He plays the center position. DeAndre Ayton obviously went out on a suspension for 25 games for the use of diuretics. If you listened to our last pod, I apologize for getting what diuretics is wrong. I thought it helped you poo, but those are actually laxatives. Diuretics make you pee. And but ever since then, Aron Baynes has really been stepping up. Frank Kaminsky's there also, but Aron Baynes is really the one who's been a lot more consistent. He's been tearing it up. In the past week, he's averaged about 19 points a game, about 6 rebounds a game, 4 assists per game, 0.7 steals a game, and 1 block a game with only 1 turnover. His free throw percentage is about at 70%. Oh yeah, Rashad Holmes, his free throw percentage is a little iffy. It's around like 71% or so. And Aron Baynes is about at 70% right now. But, you're going to have those problems with big men anyway, with shooting free throws. There's not most big men are going to have a little trouble shooting free throws. But all the other stats are pretty great for Aron Baynes. He's also pretty efficient. He doesn't take that many shots. And he's also a good source of threes, too. I mean, he probably averages about like 1.5 threes a game. And that's pretty great. So if he's on your waiver wire, make sure you go pick him up too. We're just going to go ahead and stick with the big men for now. Dwight Powell is on the Dallas Mavericks. He can be put into the power forward or center position. He could still be on your waiver wire right now if you're on Yahoo. Only 54% of people own him. So he might still be on your wire. You might look at his stats right now and say, this guy's really not doing that great. But that's mainly because he's been on kind of a minutes limit for now, and they're looking to bump his minutes up even more. So the more minutes that he gets playing right next to Kristaps Porzingis, he's going to be a great source of boards, three-pointers, and blocks. So that's pretty good. His free throw percentage is also little iffy right now, but he's just getting into the swing of things in Dallas, and he's exactly, he's going to fit into that system right away. Dallas is looking to push in transition a lot more, and Dwight Powell's pretty athletic, and he can run the floor with Porzingis and with Luka, and so I think he's going to have a pretty decent year. So if he's still on your waiver wire, go ahead and pick him up. You probably won't regret it. Next, let's switch it up. I'm going to go Kevin Huerter here. He might be on your waiver wire because people kind of got a little impatient with him. He came in, he was a little bit injured. He's on a minutes limit. But the Hawks are looking to lift his minutes restrictions in the very near future. They're even starting to do it right now. The last game that he played, they already lifted it up a little bit to I think about 25 minutes a game. And so if Kevin Huerter is healthy and Trae Young is out, you can expect Kevin Huerter to be pretty much their secondary playmaker. He's also a great source of threes. He'll also get you some defensive stats. And he's good on free throw percentages. And, kind of just gets you a little bit of everything. So I think if he's there, I think you should go pick him up right now while you still can, because in a podcast that we did fairly recently, I did say I liked Kevin Huerter a lot, and I think he's one of those guys that once he gets it going, he might be able to put up somewhere around 7th to 8th round value, which is pretty good considering his ADP was really high. So go ahead and grab Kevin Huerter if he's on your waiver wire. He'll just bring you a bunch of defensive stats and three-pointers, and and trickle in a little bit of everything. Then the last one that I want to talk about is Thomas Satoransky. Now I know that the guard position in Chicago is pretty crowded. You have Kobe White there, you have Chris Dunn there, and you have Satoransky. On top of that, Levine's going to get most of the shots. Levine, Porter, and Markkanen will probably get most of the shots. But the reason why I put Thomas Satoransky there and not somebody like Kobe White or Chris Dunn, who could be on your waiver wire too, is that Kobe White is more of a scorer, and he's actually starting to slow down a lot. So he had a couple great games, couple big games, 20-point games, and then ever since then he's kind of fallen off pretty hard. Even when he was going really well, he didn't really get that many categories in stats other than points. So I think this is a perfect opportunity for Thomas Satoransky to step up. And in the past few games, Satoransky has actually picked up his play a lot. And in the past 2 games, he had the first of his last 2, he had 8 assists. The last game, he had 9 assists with a couple steals here and there and some three-pointers. And so I think if you get on the Satoransky train now, I think Satoransky is going to be the guy who winds up taking the starting job. His play, I think, fits the Bulls a little bit better, especially when Kobe White is cold. If you're looking for a guard and you just need some assists and some steals, I think Satoransky's your guy. He might not get you double-digit points every night, but this is going to be one of those situations where, if you need a specialist or whatever, Thomas Satoransky could be that guy to fill in that need for you, who won't really kill you on any categories, but he won't put you over the edge on any. but I can definitely see him averaging, 6+ assists a game for the rest of the year. So if you're looking for that kind of production, you're not going to find an elite guard on the wire. So you're going to have to take a chance on the Satoranskys and maybe the Markelle Fultz, who a couple honorable mentions. Markelle Fultz, he's starting to pick up his play a little bit more. I want to see a little bit more from him before I give the full recommendation on picking him up. Right now, it's mainly just steals that he's good for. His assist numbers are kind of low and his scoring numbers are kind of low. So until he gets his shooting woes in check, just kind of keep an eye out for him also. And the dude from Indiana, Goga Bid, I can't pronounce his name. Miles Turner is out with an injury for a couple weeks. Goga is a really good, is a solid fill-in for him. He in his past few games, he's averaging about 3 blocks a game. So if you're looking for blocks, that could be a guy that is available if any of these guys aren't available either. And other than that, there shouldn't be too much going on in your wire. Tristan Thompson's a beast. If Tristan Thompson's on your waiver wire, go pick him up right now. I don't see Larry Nance taking away from what Tristan Thompson is going to be doing. I think Tristan Thompson's pretty much, you could look forward to having like a double-double every night from him, even though it might be a low double-double. So that's all I got for you guys. If any of those guys, even the honorable mentions, are on your waiver wire, go ahead and pick them up right now. And good luck. And I hope you guys, I hope these pickups work out for you. All right, keep tuning in. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube if you like what you see. And don't forget to subscribe to our podcast on iTunes and Google Play, Contested Layups Basketball Podcast. Thanks a lot, guys. I'll see you soon. See ya.